So hey, welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Kristen. Nice to meet you. I'm a painter, I'm an illustrator. I do a whole lot of artsy stuff. But we're here today talking about How to ADHD's 90-day accountability challenge. And the whole idea of this is to try to do something that you would normally feel like kind of blocked on, just because it takes so much time and effort and energy to learn something, especially if it is something that you don't necessarily are not going to see any money from it. It's not for any personal gain. It doesn't make you money. No one's telling you that you have to do it, so things tend to get pushed off. It's great motivation to look back on. Totally up for the idea, and I'm going to do a little bit different of a take on it because I've always wanted to do comic books. It's always been a fun thing. I have actually done one before. I did one in college, and I was like 45 pages worth of illustrations. So it was down to a 20-something page book with back and front. So it was a pretty decent size. And I got to the drawing, the inking, the writing was all done. It was all ready up until I had to do the formatting. And then at that point, I had a rough comic book that I could present to people, but the actual editing and formatting hadn't been finished. So it never ended up getting printed or anything. And because I didn't have a chapter 2, I was always kind of putting off doing it because it didn't work as a standalone story. So what I'm going to do for this 90-day challenge, which yes, I know I am posting this so late. It's been 6 days since this thing has started. I've had a lot of, let's call them technical difficulties. But because of that, I have at least been doing things and filming things as they go. So I do actually have an update in addition to this announcement video. There's 3 things that I want to get done with this challenge. I want to do 1, a comic, 2, finish the comic on time, because procrastination is definitely a thing of mine, and having an actual deadline really helps. And 3, I want to document me doing it on, well, YouTube. I'm going to be recording everything that I do. I will either snip them down into more watchable segments, or maybe you'll hear stream of thought as I'm trying to draw a bunch of stuff. If you happen to be into artsy stuff, if you want to hear me ramble about pop culture while I'm doodling, definitely help me out. Hit that subscribe button down there. Maybe like the video. This is a brand new channel, so I will totally pander for likes and views and all that. In that I really like to see people interacting with things that I do. I like teaching people how to do stuff, and I really like it, like kind of over explaining everything that I do. So I run my own illustration business right now, but all of the stuff that I do is mostly concept work. A lot of paintings. This is actually the cover of the previous comic. And you'll notice that there's no like type or anything on it. That's because the idea was to center it and to do all the type and everything in post. Did not do that, didn't get to that point there, but I still have the painting. It is a nice, huge piece. I love this thing. It's actually my background for my computer right now. And as well as my little trees here. Now this one here I also absolutely love. I have my work printed on play mats and use this guy here. So the idea of this challenge is to get those 3 things done, and to help me with that, I've made an accountability board to remind me to do the things every day. I have a number of days that are set aside, so like when I finish the thing, I get a reward. Now in addition to this, I want to do a little bit of like a fun little presentation with it. So my concept art, I'm going to be messing around with different medium. I've got some stuff that's done in digital work for like rough sketches, and then I've got some stuff that's done in traditional work. The comic itself, I believe I'm going to do in good old-fashioned pen and ink, maybe some marker thrown in there for toning. But for the most part, I want to keep it pretty monochromatic. And I've already got the general outline of a world planned out for the most part. One thing that did really help is calling a friend. I'll be uploading soon. I'm getting way off topic. So anyway, in the case that you're interested in comics, if you are a fellow ADHD sufferer and you're trying to figure out how to work through the artist block and you want to see somebody else struggle with it too, please definitely subscribe. I really do appreciate. I won't be updating this channel every single day just because that's a lot of editing on top of drawing, but I will be updating very regularly. I'm aiming for once or twice a week. So definitely, like, if you want to keep up to date, hit that bell, and I will see you next time.